Hello and welcome to Talking with Famous People. My name is host Eric and I am here with famous people Alex, Lorenz Walker, Robert Unify, and Lorenz Walker's friend Santiago. Is that your name, Lorenz Walker's friend?
No, I'm Jason.
Oh, Jason. My
Yeah.
mistake. It sounds just like Santiago. That was the problem.
Yeah,
Anyway,
they sound exactly the same.
yeah. So, Jason, welcome to Talking with Famous People. We've got a couple of very basic, quick introductory personality questions to get rolling here. I usually ask the first question is this. What size group of people would you prefer to hang out with? By yourself? On any given average night? An average Wednesday night? Rather hang out by yourself, one other person, two other people, or three or more other people?
I would say by myself. I like to
Okay.
hang out by myself.
All right. When you are walking, imagine yourself walking down a path in the forest. Except it's a forest where there's nothing to look at. It's just cactus forest. It's the desert now. It's not the forest. The desert. It's a dry lake bed. Okay. You're just walking along a dry lake bed. There's nothing to see. Well, what's going on in your head?
Uh, really nothing at that moment. I'm just thinking of visualizing the place.
Okay.
That's it.
Are you likely when you go to school or work to forget small objects like pens, pencils, stuff like that, or your wallet or your keys or your sunglasses, stuff like that?
I've lost my wallet and phone several times, so yes.
Okay. Um, let's pretend you're on a ship. It's sailing along. You're fine until all of a sudden it bumps into a whale and it sinks. Now on this ship, everybody tries to swim for the island, but all of them get eaten by sharks except for you and 10 other people. One of the guys who's on the island, his name's Craig, and he immediately starts taking charge. He's like, all right, everybody, I got a plan here. Now look, you're going to go over here, you're going to do that. You're going to go over there, you're going to do that. Well, what's your initial response to this?
Well, I want to see if Craig really knows what he's talking about first. So I will listen to him for a little while, but if he doesn't know what he's talking about, I'll step in, try to take charge.
Okay, so Craig says this. Now, the first thing, the most important thing we need to do is we need to build an awning, okay? We need to build an awning because I want there to be some shade, but we need to be able to retract it to it. We need to build a retractable awning. We're going to put it over this rock right here. So you four, I want you working on the awning. He points to you. You're on awning duty, okay? Now, you look like a clever fellow. You can design the awning yourself, okay?
Yeah,
What do you say?
I could totally design it.
Okay. So do you start working on the awning?
I could.
Is that a good enough task to make you think, okay, yeah, it's something that needs to be done?
Not really. I would assess it myself and see what needs to be done really and see if that's something that is necessary.
Well, I mean, you are all going to get sunburned. It is an island. There's a lot of sun, not a lot of trees. There's a good cause for needing some sort of cover, perhaps. But as to whether the awning needs to be retractable, let's say you determine that you don't think it needs to be a retractable awning. What do you tell him? What are your exact words?
Explain to him, hey man, this doesn't really need to be retractable. Just making more busy work for us, and it being hot and stuff, we're trying to get some shade going on. So I'm not going to make it retractable. We're just going to put it. It's going to be a static awning, and it'll just basically be our shelter.
All right. Anybody else have some questions they want to get in here?
I absolutely suck at typing, and so I'm just going to listen to your questions, and I've got a guess, but
Okay. Let's do a troll test. So it's the olden days, okay? Days of horses and swords and stuff. And there's a village connected by a bridge. It's called Happy Village. And it's right when winter's about to start. They've got all of their food stored up for winter. They're ready to go. Got all their food on the storage containers on the east side of the river. And the town is split in two, so half the people live on the west side, half the people live on the east side. Well, what happens? A storm comes and it blows away the bridge. A typhoon touches down. No, not a typhoon. A tornado touches down in exactly only one spot, right on the bridge. Tears it completely away, and it's gone now. And the tornado goes away. Now, a troll comes and takes up residence in this river at this point. and he demands a 10% food tax for anybody crossing the river. You can't cross on the bridge. You could cross on a boat, but he has a magic power that says, I can tell when you are carrying food on you. And if you have food on you, before you can even see him do it, he's so fast, he runs up and steals 10% of the food from you. Anytime anybody crosses this river with food on him, he steals the food. And all the food's on the east side, and you need to feed the people on the west side. What do you do?
I guess with the troll being there, I guess paying the tax would probably be the best way around it.
Okay, now, there's not enough food to last for the entire winter if you pay the 10% tax, though. So you could do it, but you'll end up incurring some starvation. Not a lot. Maybe 5% of the population will starve.
I don't know. I guess getting rid of the troll would be a good way around it.
Now, how are you going to get rid of the troll? Remember, it's the olden days. You have swords and horses and stuff.
Horses. I don't know. Stab it in its ear like on Harry Potter.
Okay, so you could kill the troll, but you'll probably lose one or two of your guys in the process. A couple of deaths. It'll be less than the starvation. Is that good enough?
Yeah. I guess that's good. That's the way that I do it. Get rid of it.
Okay. Well, you're about to do that, but as you and your men are about to charge into the river, all of the wives of the town have lined the riverbank. They're holding signs. Don't harm the troll. He's an endangered species. Now, several of the women are so impassioned by it, they threaten to light themselves on fire if you touch the troll. So now you're looking at about 5 or 6 deaths. It's not that big of a village, so, it's like 1% of the population.
All right.
So you still want to do that approach? You want to just fuck the wives, let them get burned. We're getting that troll.
Yeah, they're putting themselves in front of a whole village just for a stupid troll.
Oh, it turns out your wife is one of the ones who's going to light herself on fire, though.
Oh.
And she's threatening to burn down your whole house, too, in the process. There's a statement against you. Do you still want to do it?
I guess, well, my wife is really only one life versus the village, so I guess I'd still have to do it.
Well, now some of the other guys are like, look, dude, my wife's going to light herself on fire, too. And personally, we got to find a different way to get rid of this fucking troll, because I want to get laid tonight. And she hasn't even agreed to sleep in the same room with me for a week now, thanks to you and your fucking troll killing plan. Now, can you come up with something better here? That's Steve, by the way.
Bridge is out of order,
Steve's a little frustrated with you right now. Go ahead.
So, we can't rebuild a bridge at all?
Okay. Now, this is an interesting question because I got asked about this earlier today about this question, which is the basic engine of the question is you can't fix the bridge until spring, and because you have to deal with this. It's the time pressure is the core component of the thing because it allows you to sacrifice some lives if you choose to go that route.
All right.
So no, you can't rebuild the bridge.
So no rebuilding the bridge as of now. And then killing the troll leads to killing a whole bunch of people. And then that's not what we...
Paying the tax leads to starvation.
Yeah. Trying to think of a way. Is there any reasoning with the troll at all?
Alright, so that's a good idea. You go up, you talk to the troll. And he's like, look, I'll tell you what. 9.8%. My final offer. 9.8%. I feel for you people. I feel for you. But you don't understand. I eat a lot. I'm really hungry.
I'm gonna ask him why can't he do it himself? Can't he go get his own food?
Yeah, like, so that he's eating off of our food. And so the food is on a certain side.
Sir, I'm a magical creature. Excuse me. This is how I get my food. This is how I grow food. This is how I harvest it. It's my magic.
Alright.
Can you imagine him being an asshole?
I am a troll. I'm not an elf or a sprightly fairy. I'm a troll.
Okay.
You were saying?
All right. So there's no other way to cross this river? Because the troll, I don't know, is he only in one place? Can you go up the river like a mile and cross it there? With a boat?
Okay. So those are good suggestions. You have a boat. You could take it up the river a mile. But what ends up happening is you have to change your location to a random location a mile away every time you want to go across the river, because even if he's not quite fast enough to get to you, he will figure out that you've started picked a new spot to cross at pretty quick, right? So you could try to play cat and mouse with him. Sometimes he'll catch you, sometimes he won't. You'll end up losing maybe 5% of your food. Fewer people will starve, but it's still not an ideal solution, and it'll take longer to transport the food over.
Alright. So he just magically gets the food if he, like, sees us? Like, how does he get the food from me?
Okay, look. You mortals, you can't understand this. I'm a troll. I've got a power. Okay? You know how you humans can sing songs? We trolls can't do that. We can't hear this music stuff you're talking about. We don't get how you do that. What we do get, though, is how to reach in your pockets and steal your food without knowing it. Without you're knowing it. Okay? So that's our magic. Even if I explained it to you, it wouldn't do you any good. You can't understand it. It's a troll thing. You wouldn't understand.
So even if I get, I don't know, 20 people and they have food on them to cross the bridge at one time, 10% will still be taken from each of them?
Each of them. Yes.
Oh.
It's only fair. I'm the troll, and that's the deal I made to become a troll.
Even if you can't reach all of them because they're along the river, how would you take it from them then? Then you'd only be able to really track down one troll.
Okay, so what action are you going to try? You have to test these actions. You're going to try to line them all up along. Like, how many people along the river are you going to have each carrying a food item? All the whole village?
I don't know, 10 people? That's not a lot.
All right, so you put 10 people each carrying a food. The troll's able to steal all from all 10. You try 10. The troll's able to steal from all 10. You got 500 people in the village. You want to try all 500?
No, because if they're all just gonna get taken, like all 10% is gonna be get.
Well, I mean, how you could have them each carry one crumb of food.
Will 10% be taken from the crumb of food though?
Yes.
That's exactly. So I don't know. It's all.
But 10% of 500 crumbs is not very much food.
Yeah, it's still 10%. It's still like the ratio is still the same. You still get the same taken away.
But you're just doing a test, right? Look, you have to preserve a certain amount of food for the whole winter so that all your people don't starve, right?
All right.
So you don't want to waste food on a test. You don't want to have them each carry a whole ham hock across the river. Then you lose that much raw ham. You know, you lose 10% of the total amount of ham. If you each have them carry each one piece of bread, then you might lose, 10% of everyone's one piece of bread, right? That's not as much food as 10% of a bunch of ham hocks.
Yeah. So I'll just do this as a test. Is that what you're saying? Like this is.
Yeah, test it out.
Okay, then I test it.
He can only steal food from 50 of the people. The other 450 people get away. And if you use this solution, you can, by the end of the winter, successfully make it with just enough food so that the people won't starve. You want to take this solution? It's a big pain in the ass, but it'll work.
Alright. I guess I'll take that if I can't kill the troll.
Okay, that's your solution. I've never had anybody come up with that solution before. I think it's a crazy solution. Let's line all 500 of them up, But there are better solutions, though. Would you like to know what they are?
Sure, yeah. That'd be cool.
Well, instead of moving the food across the river, you can move the people across the river to the food. That's the easiest solution.
That is pretty easy.
Yeah. Other solutions include people try to contain the troll somehow. Sometimes they try to trap it. Or what are some of the other solutions? What are some of the more creative solutions people have come up with? Kill the troll is pretty straight. Is most common answer. Okay, most common.
What is it?
Kill the troll is the most common answer.
Yeah.
Most people don't go with pay the tax first, but certain types do. Certain types go with pay the tax first. Well, let's just pay the tax and it's only 10%. Which is crazy to me because if I position the story like this, a troll sneaks into the village every day and steals 10% of your stuff. People wouldn't say, well, just pay this, let him steal 10% of the stuff. But it's exactly what's happening. Because I call it a tax, a fair amount of people say, well, I just pay the tax.
Well, yeah, they just take it in a different way.
It's just a matter of naming it, right? So, yeah, other possibilities. What have some other people said? Catapult it over, get a catapult. He can't jump infinitely high. He can't fly. Sometimes they nail down that he can't fly first, right? Can he fly? No. Catapult. Catapult it over. I've had people suggest grow more food. That's an interesting solution. That's a very TE solution, I think. Grow more food. All right, thoughts on his type, Alex?
I'm gonna just go with my original ISTP.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, the thing is, I wish I knew what I was going to say before I saw that. Once you showed me that paper, I wanted to say ISTP too. You know, I'm inclined to lean that either ISTJ. You know, maybe. Let's ask some more questions here.
Yeah, you guys need more questions.
But no, ISTJ leads with SI, right? If he's losing shit all the time, he's not ISTJ. It's okay. When you cry about something, Jason is your name. When you cry about something, is it something where you get a little bit sad, then a little more sad, a little sadder, sadder, and finally you cry, or is it all of a sudden you go from not crying to crying?
Yeah, it's usually a devastating thing that really makes me cry, I guess. It's not really a thing that really, like, I guess would add on to, like, yeah.
Do sad movies make you cry a lot?
No, not really. The only movie that made me cry was Marley and Me.
Yeah, that was a fucking tearjerker right there. Let's see. Okay, if you woke up tomorrow and you had amnesia, and but you found out from your friends, oh, something big happened yesterday, and we want, for some reason, I'm not going to tell you what it is. We want to show you video footage of one of the two following things. You can either see your own facial expression or the facial expression of three other people looking at the same thing. And then your job is to tell what happened by looking at the facial expressions. Whose facial expression do you want to see? Your own or the three other people's?
I guess my own.
Okay.
Tell me more.
Do you feel like how do you feel about, what do you think about politics? Do you have strong feelings about politics at all?
Generally kind of, I guess I would be more active than a normal person.
Okay. Are you more liberally minded or conservatively minded?
Pretty conservative, more libertarian kind of thinking.
Okay. If somebody is going to say to you, do you think your political thinking will evolve over the next 5 years, and if so, how? What would you say about that? How would you answer that question?
I guess if the world, I don't know. I think I would actually pretty much stay with what I feel like right now, because I guess what I believe in right now is kind of just what I see is.
It's what you currently know to be the truest, and you're not aware of the other possibilities yet, right?
Yeah.
Because if you knew them, then you might already be abiding by them.
Mm-hmm.
But if you know that, then would you not also conclude that you're going to change?
Change it? I guess in my personality isn't really static on it, I guess. If I get more information, I'd change it according, but other
Um,
than that,
okay. If you had the option of answering a complicated question with a single satisfactory model, or defining a complicated question with three less fleshed out competing models, which activity would you prefer to engage in?
what was that again?
Okay, you have two choices. There's a complicated problem. You can either allow people to understand the nature of the complicated problem, where they never understood it before, by presenting three models of the problem,
Hmm.
or you can come up with a solution to the problem. Which would you rather do?
Solution? I guess that would be the correct answer.
I did. That's correct. I'm giving you a check mark. um, okay, so how many? Let's play this game. I'm gonna give you uh, a rhyming pair. Okay. For
Hmm.
example, sloppy jalopy, and I'll say it's two syllables, then three, and it means messy old car,
Yeah.
something like that. That's the example. Now we'll start with a very easy one, I think, hopefully, which is something that I'll think of an easy one. A a This is a 1-1. A disembodied. I'm sorry. A cooked piece of bread. Disembodied spirit.
Uh,
Anybody?
I don't know. A piece of bread?
a a double cooked piece of bread. A double cooked piece of bread slash disembodied spirit. And it's a 1-1. So the answer will be two one-syllable words that rhyme. So it would be,
Like
got it?
double cooked piece of bread?
Yeah.
I don't know. My culinary, I don't know, knowledge isn't
Toast.
really. I don't really
Toast.
know what. Oh, double cooked? I thought you meant like it was cooked twice.
It is. That's what toast is.
Yeah, it's cooked once though on two sides.
No, it's cooked in the oven before you toast it. It has to be baked first.
Oh, okay, yeah, I guess so.
Did anybody else get toast ghost? People find this game it's strange. This apparently gives people difficulty. This rhyming thing
When you
here.
know the answer, it's easy.
All right, well you do one if you can come up with one. Try to come up with one then to give me. I can give you another one if you want. Let me see. Like a liberated large bush. 1-1. Anybody?
Tree tree.
Yeah, free tree. Right? Like that.
Is it?
To me, this thing here is a test of auditory versus visual. This is an auditory game. It's not
Mm.
visual at all. So if you are first and foremost an auditory person, then you should find this game easier than if you are first and foremost a visual person.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I like hear it and then it's just all mumble jumble until like I see the answer and then I guess then it comes together.
Okay, yeah, I should write it on paper. That's interesting. I want to see if that changes things. If I show you the words on paper that I'm giving as a clue, right? And draw some sort of visual thing. I want to see if it changes it. So I'm gonna come up with another one here. Um, um, let's see. A Okay. A,
Wait, Eric, is your screen up right now?
oh, is it? Shouldn't be. No, it's my camera.
Uh,
I could do it with the screen too. How about this? Um, a devalued human is the clue. I'll put it here. And this is it's a 2-2. These are syllables, right?
Mm-hmm.
wait,
And I'll
is
even
your
give you the
camera?
accents. So, in this case, that's what the answer is going to be like. The accent says the first syllable gets the accent, the second syllable doesn't. The clue is a devalued human. So if you were to play this game, I would say the first task is to come up with synonyms for these words, right?
Yep.
Wait, did you draw it out?
Yeah, can you see it?
No, we gotta press F5. We're not getting your camera.
Oh, okay. Well, it just says devalued human, and it shows you syllables. It just shows you that there's 2 syllables and then 2 syllables. Yeah, my drawing is bad, but fortunately, I don't have to draw particularly well to do this. Did they leave and come back, or what? I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, we're back.
Oh, you're back. So, any thoughts on that? Devalued human?
Devalued human.
2 syllables
Human.
each.
Person. Trying to think of devalued.
You got
Human,
person, right?
it
Is that
could
what
be
you?
person. Yeah.
Okay.
Person. Well, it would rhyme with person. Worsen? I don't know. Devalued?
Yeah,
Worsened?
worsened person. A worsened person. That's right. Okay. Can you think of any to give me? Anybody think of one to give me? Well, he sounded him out. He sounded it out, right? He went, okay, he's gonna rhyme with person, worsened person. He did that shit. I do that too. I'm sure probably everybody does when they try to get rhymes. Does anybody? Can anybody come up with one of these rhyming things for me?
I sat around and thought about it for an hour. I could probably write one down, but not
Okay.
off the.
Well, I won't put the pressure on. Okay.
I have one.
All right. Go ahead, Jason.
An identical puzzle, and it's 1-1.
1-1. Identical puzzle 1-1. A same game.
Yep, that's it.
That's good. That's a good one. I like it. That's good. That's a good clue. Good one. Okay, so as far as type, I'm not going to go ISTP anymore because I think NE's a little higher than that. If I were to say to you, "Oh my God, Jason, quickly, I emergency, I need you to fill in for me. I need you to give a speech. It's a 10-minute speech. It's on forests in the Amazon, and I'll pay you $500 to do it. Here's $500. You want to do it? Go do it right now.
Sure,
All right.
I'd do it.
Start giving the speech.
Oh, dang it. Should have asked. Alright. Well, I assume it's something about like the deforestation, so.
Well, there's a bunch of people sitting out in the audience going, "Oh, I'm very much looking forward to this symposium. I'm very fascinated on the subject. Let's hear what he has to say."
What's the subject?
Wait, what? It's about
It's trees in the Amazon.
trees in the Amazon. So you want me to just like start giving the speech?
Yeah, everyone's waiting, watching, listening for your wonderful speech.
Alright. So you've all come here to listen to me talk about the trees of the Amazon and the Amazon in general. And first thing I gotta say is that this forest is beautiful and very frugal in the species it has. And the trees, they actually hold different species. Uh, the different layers of the tree, I forgot what they're called at the moment, but they hold different niches of species. Some birds live on some layers of the trees, and see these beautiful species, they're being killed and
Hey, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Boo, boo.
I'm getting $500 out of this. I don't care.
Yeah, that's pretty good though. You know, I'm actually, I'm leaning, I'm leaning NTP. I'm not sure about when I'm not sure and I lean E, it ends up usually being I, which is where I am right now. I'm not sure I'm leaning E. You sticking with ISTP? I mean, the thing is, he didn't show a lot of possibilities on the troll question, but when I'm with the auditory stuff, he seems more NE.
Yeah, whenever he gave his speech, though, everything was about tactile things and no concepts.
Oh, you're
And
right
that
about
leans
that.
to me more SE
I
typically.
think you really need to drill SE over NE right now.
Okay, you know what? You're right. What I just did there was listen to it from a speech coach perspective, which is to say,
Mhm.
he was able to kind of dive right into it. He wasn't afraid to execute, which
He's getting $500.
right, okay. SE, okay, that's true. The $500, that whole thing about the $500 is very SE heavy. Okay, so let's talk about SE a bit. How much do you identify with the notion that that you know? Oh my God, we need to stop talking about this and just get this shit handled. How much do you identify with that idea in general?
A lot.
Yeah.
Stop playing with your dicks and start doing stuff.
Do you like cars at all?
Yeah. I'm into cars. I have a car of my own and stuff. Work
Do
on
you
it every
consider
now and
yourself an extrovert or an introvert?
then. Introvert with new people. Extrovert when I know the people.
Right. I think
That's
you're
about
an
it, though.
introvert. You guys think he's an introvert?
That's hard to say. I always go with, that's the one thing I typically go with people's feel on. Do you feel, are you more, like you spend a lot of time by yourself, do you feel tired or energized?
Well, I smoke weed all day, so I'm tired all day. That's it, though.
Okay. Well,
If you go out on the town and you're going out partying and drinking or smoking weed or whatever you're doing, and you spend like 6 hours with your friends and you're having a great time, on your way home, are you wishing it lasted longer or are you ready to get home and rest?
Uh, if it goes for long enough, I could get out of there and just be happy by myself at the end of the night. So I would say I could just chill.
And remember this: the young skew extroverted.
Mm-hmm.
This age group, like 18 to 25, they skew extroverted because it's your most social time of your life, you know.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And, okay, well, SE, it wouldn't be SE dom. So if that were the case, it'd be SE in the second slot, and then what would be the dominant function? It would have to be either
Ask him about what
TI.
activities he does.
What activities do you do?
Well, I like to skateboard a lot, but I'm really good at like drawing and stuff. I have like Instagram and stuff, and I post on there. Yeah, I learned to unicycle in like 8th grade, and I rode that back I rode that from school every day for a little while. But that's really it. And I guess now I'm into like biking and BMX and stuff, but that's it.
It could
I
be
guess.
ESFP.
Yeah, that's the one I'm having. But the way he just, when you were doing the troll story, the way he's like, oh well, if they burn themselves
Oh,
or if you die, no
yeah.
big deal. It didn't seem like he
You're
cared
right
about
about
it. I mean,
that.
it didn't impact him that way. He was looking like he was working toward the solution more so than worried about the people involved with it.
I've had an idea of what he might possibly be type.
What do you think?
Possibly ESTP.
Well, that's what I keep sort of going back to the extrovert introvert thing, you know? He sounds like he's an introvert.
I just know he can be very extroverted.
Yeah, it's kind of like I could turn on, like, if I really want to. Like, when I started college, I turn on this switch where I really want to be extroverted and I want to, like, make friends and stuff. But I think in the back of my mind, I'd just rather be chilling at the same time. But I just don't really want, I don't know. I want to have friends still.
Are you good with chicks?
Not in high school, but in college I got laid a couple times.
Okay.
That's a good question in the chat. Is your face usually very expressive, or do people you smile or frown a lot?
I don't know. Did it?
You got three choices: expressive, depressive, or impressive. Which is it?
I don't know. I don't look at myself talk, really. I don't stare at myself in the mirror. What did you say? I'm facial expressive?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. I'd say a medium amount of facial expression since it's not really a thing.
Do you feel like you read the facial expressions of others well?
Kind of. Usually, like, if I'm lying to them, I can usually tell they know that I'm lying. But that's, like, I guess I could do that. That's...
Might just be you being a bad liar.
Well, yeah, I am a bad liar. Every time I lie, I get caught.
ESFP.
ESFP. Let's see. I could definitely get there.
Or ISFP, maybe.
Or
Now Unify thinks ESTP.
I have a hard time turning loose of ISTP.
Well, you are a confusing one, Jason. I tell you what. Let's end this video. It's gotten quite lengthy, I think, and let's ask you to go read some of the profiles online, and maybe we'll come back with a short 5-minute update on what you think you are, and you can tell us a little bit yourself what you think you are. Okay? How about that?
Cool.
So what are the main?
Thanks for watching TWFP. We'll be back with in a little bit.